Here we go again. He gets scared. When I read this, the closed captioning, it always says, hey, it's S-C-A-R-E, scare. Which sometimes, you know, can be absolutely true. Time for a desk clean and a chit-chat. And I quite like these. I didn't intend to do more than one. However, it gives me a chance to show you some things, tiny little tidbits of ideas that don't warrant their own video, but I want to share. So this is a good venue for that, and it helps me get my shite together. So here we go with today's clean and chat. Oi, I'm sorry. Come on up. Want to sit with me? Come on up here. That's a good girl. Oh, hang on. Go easy there, sissy. Oh, where to start? Well, I got a screaming good deal on Scotch glue. I think last time we talked, I think I said this. I don't know. I talk to myself a lot, I talk to the dogs a lot, and I talk to you a lot. So I'm not quite sure if you've heard this or not, but I got a really good deal on Amazon.com. 4-pack of Scotch Create glue for $9 something. So I hopped on it. And it came. So a couple days later, they had it on sale for $8 something. Now, I've always paid about $12 for 4, $11 or $12. So when I saw it for $9, that's $3 off. Sure, I'm in. Well, now it was $4 off. So about $2 per. If I go to Walmart, Joann Fabrics, or Meijer, it's about between $5 and $6.50 for one. I got 4 for $8 and some change. So if it's close to today's date when you're watching this, check out Amazon's sale on Scotch Create glue. Because being gonzo for glue books and loving altered books and paper crafting in general, you go through a lot of glue. My marker basket is still sitting here, but not just because of the video that I did the other day about reviewing my new Posca pens and my acrylic, it should say water-based ink marker set by Artex and Posca. Not just because of that, but because I saw a video that this lady did about these buggers. She has a whole bouquet of them, and pinks and purples and yellows and oranges, color, all flowers, and she did a beautiful bouquet, and oh, it's so cool. It is so cool because they are on book pages. So even though I was exhausted, it was about 11:30 at night, and I just had to. My markers were still out from the video, and so I tried a couple. And I think they turned out adorably. Adorably. This one has a little bud. So cool. Anything with book pages just makes my heart sing. And this is in no particular order because all I'm trying to do is get to the bottom of this mess so I can make more stuff and more videos for y'all. Loving my little June zine. This I tore from one of my June words. I'm using up my June words. That's not it. I used that one for something else. That's it. Tore it right out of the center there. Right there. For my June zine. This is from my new Words to Live By kit. If you missed that video, very cool. I've done I did a little teeny one. I forgot about him. I've done a little bit of journaling. I haven't decorated yet at all. My intentions for this month. I just love having this little guy out and playing with it. So I will do one for each of the rest of the months of this year. Maybe June to June. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I've been keeping these lately. These are tags. This is from one of my favorite sweatshirts I've worn practically out. But they're material, and I think they would make lovely page tabs. Especially the nicer ones like this. These are sort of a plasticky, papery, but also, you know, they're pre-folded. They're ready to go. I think these are from Kitchen Towels. These are from Dog Toys. These are from Dog Toys. I probably wouldn't fold these necessarily, but it would be a cute, you know, it'd be a cute tab on the top or on the side of something. You know, if you were tucking this in and you need a pull tab, use that. Because these, like cute QR codes, and these are everywhere. Like these are everywhere. So next time you get some new towels or new sheets or whatever, new towels or shirts, or if you're going to donate stuff maybe or throw it out, cut the tags out, because those will be fun. This was on my door a couple of days ago. It's super heavy duty plastic. It's got, one side's got like a plastic cover on it, but it's a door hanger. I am going to make do not disturb. I'm creating door hanger so that everyone here knows to leave me alone because I'm playing in my room with my toys. But I thought that'd be fun. Thanks, Geyer Baylog, running for state rep. I'm sure that's not his intended use. Loving my pens, loving having all my markers out, doing a lot of different things because they're out. I know you're probably sick of seeing these, but I just wanted to talk a little bit about how strange I think things happen in the YouTube universe. In that, so I saw Carrie do these, and when she did them, if you watch her video, I'm pretty sure she's just like, check this out, look what I'm going to do with this, and it was brand new to her. And when I saw it, it was brand new to me, and that's where my experience with these cool borders are. What are these? If you haven't seen the other videos, they can be just fun edging for your pages. Put them right on the edge. If it's super thin paper, if it's a little bit thicker like cardstock, you can leave them hang over the edge a little bit so that you have really cool stuff jutting out of your books. It's so fun. So for her, that's where it started. For me, that's where it started. And a few days later, I saw another YouTuber doing them. And not mentioning Carrie at all. The other Carrie. Not me. The other Carrie, who I thought started this. And as you know, I'm all about credit where credit is due, and I was waiting for her to mention where she saw it happen. And instead she said, oh, I haven't done these for years. I forgot about these. I found a whole stack, and I had so much fun making them, and then I forgot about them, and so now I'm making them again. And I thought, well, that's fair. You know, if that's true, okay. So it was a recent video, and that person said she hadn't done them in years. Well, then, as YouTube does, they fed me a video of someone who did these exact things, not this exact way or style, colors, whatever, but funky edged page borders from 6 years ago. So it's not new. It's new to me. It was new to Carrie. And at one time it was new to the person 6 years ago. And I just find that fascinating, because at first I thought, oh, that girl's ripping Carrie off. And she wasn't. She's not. Maybe she was. I don't know. I don't think she was. There's a fabulous series and TED Talk called Everything is a Remix. On the surface of it, it's all about nothing under the sun is new. which is so true. And he gives these brilliant examples of things that are very familiar to us that we know and were touted as so original. But then he traces it back to their inspiration and or where they literally stole it from. Big music bands and, like I said, things that we all have heard of or seen. And he traces it back to where the original idea was. And sometimes the original creator sues. Oddly enough, one of the biggest cases, they lost. Like, how was that possible? But O.J. Simpson went free, and so did Casey Anthony, so you can't trust juries. On one hand, everything is a remix, meaning there's nothing new under the sun, and ideas are everywhere. You know, you take one idea from one person and one idea from another person, and you put them together, and now there's a newish idea. Or that's what I try to do here at My Take at the Lake, in that I give my take on it, my spin on it, rather than just doing exactly what that person did or sharing what that person did. I try to add to the conversation rather than just repeating it. That's always my goal anyway. So there's different levels of sharing. There's being inspired by and doing something like that person, or thanks for the lesson, I'm going to try it too. There's out and out just straight up copying, but giving credit where credit is due. And then there's people just taking the ideas and calling them their own. Sometimes I think it's on purpose, but lately, so I always keep a running list of ideas that I want to do videos for this channel for. And there are things that are on my list that I've not put out there, and they're on my list because they're not out there, but then someone will do it. But they didn't copy me because I haven't put it out there. So I think ideas, I kind of think of ideas like this giant field. All the ideas are all there. It's just what we pick. Because have you ever noticed that you have an idea and then 12 people also have a very similar idea, though you haven't shared it with anybody or you haven't really put it out there, and yet around the same time, a lot of people are doing it. So they're not copying, because it's so bizarre to me. I don't know, maybe this is too deep for a craft and clean and chat conversation, but I just wanted to throw that out there, that sometimes it's straight up copying, sometimes it's inspired by, and sometimes it's just serendipity. It's just synchronicity. It's that idea's time, and people are all open to that idea, and then they run with it. And all different shades of that in between. I've been wanting to share this with you for a while, but remember the smiley face from the 70s? So fun. I love that. So these are book pages that I took a blue ballpoint cheap pen and just doodled some flowers and then colored their petals in with Dollar Tree nail polish. These. Number 568. Oh, just how fun is that? 546. Certainly wouldn't be archival. Like if you're selling your journals for $400 a piece, perhaps maybe you wouldn't want to use nail polish. But for your own stuff, you know, that you don't need to be, because I don't know if this will eat through the paper in 40 years. I don't know. I don't care. I'm not doing archival work. But, you know, just keep that in mind depending on the level of your stuff, which if you're working at that level, you don't need me to tell you that. I made good use of my Crocodile Big Bite 2 a while back for my day runner, and I ended up with all these little holes punched. These are the holes that I got after I made pages for my day runner for $0 because I had the paper versus the $50 that Daytimer wanted me to buy pages. Plus, mine are way cooler. They're these colors versus accountant blue. Ugh. Anyway, I thought they went beautifully with this polish. So these will find their way into some project together because they're like a match made in junk journal heaven. Woo-hoo-hoo. I just love those bubblegum colors. Oh, they're so just... They take me back to being a kid for some reason. And I just love them. Love, love, love them. Did all kinds. And then just used a water brush to wet around where I wanted to tear it. And then tore them out. I love, love, love these. They're super easy to make. Super fun. Nice and bright. Although, you know, even though it's bright colors with that vintagey background, I think it could work in a vintage book as well. But it's springtime and summertime, and it's time to do something bright and maybe step away from the vintage for a few minutes. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just sharing ideas here. But $1.25 tree nail polish. So I had that one for a really long time, and then I saw they have a new color, just blues and purples. Ooh, so fun. I love these. They're super shiny. I've been playing around to see if it's going to lift off. It's not. It's not going anywhere. And then I just dropped a few dollops on that particular page. So fun. $1.25 tree. Back to the ideas and that, you know, they all just have their time, and I try to bring things that not everybody is doing, not everybody has done, because those are already out there, and I don't want to waste anybody's time ever. When I was going through my watercolor stuff, I was rediscovering all kinds of new toys all kinds of toys that I've had that I forgot I had. One of the most fun toys is something called an oiler boiler. That's what Cheap Joe's Art Supply called these when I ordered them. And I thought, oh, that would be a fantastic addition to the junk journal world. I've never seen anyone use it or mention it. It's just a little plastic, essentially like a glue bottle with a syringe tip with a hole, tiny hole in it. What I've put in here is a tiny bit of purple acrylic paint and water. And you just play with it. Mark make with it. I was so jazzed about showing you this. I thought, oh my goodness, everybody's got this. This is so cool. And I watched Shanuki Art do one of her cards, and she didn't call it an oiler boiler. I'm not sure what she called it, but bam, there it was. Literally within days of me finding it. The universe is a very interesting place, I think, especially with ideas and timing. Anyway, check her video out. I will link it below because she does some really fun things. She did some, I believe it was the faux handwriting with that. Let's see. Yeah, it makes great old French script looking stuff. Super fun. My thing is you really have to make sure once you're done is to clean that out right away because she's awfully thin. She'll clog up. The good news is I am taking part in Jenny Belly's June Studio Spruce Up project. I don't know that it's a challenge necessarily, as it is, let's do this together. I will throw a picture in here of what happens when you do St. Vinny's Hall after St. Vinny's Hall after St. Vinny's Hall. Leanne brings some stuff. Mom brings some stuff. St. Vinny's Hall, St. Vinny's. Picture of my studio looks like my garbage dump. Holy Hannah, cheese and crackers. So I am happy and pleased that Miss Jenny Belly has organized this. It's a free, you don't have to pay anything, but you do have to sign up for her journalworkshop.com. It's journalworkshop.n. I don't know. I'll put the link below. You do have to sign up for that. Email and password, not a big deal. It's kind of like a little private Facebook, because there's all different things in there, and you can make your own page and comment on other people's, and so it's like Facebook without all the rest of the crap. It's just Facebook for junk journaling and mixed media. Anyway, all through June, the 4 weeks of June, she is doing a studio spruce up project, and I am taking part. And I have to share with you, I'm going to have to take this out of here and bring the camera down. This wasn't planned necessarily, cleaning out this drawer. This is the top drawer of my desk. And it wasn't what I planned that day, but you know, some days when you just sort of snap and say, that's it. I emptied everything out of it, and it was just filled with stuff that, you know, like rubber bands and extra paper clips and bulb pins, just stuff that I thought that I would need, but I never went into this drawer. I never used anything in here. Vaseline, I put that on all of the jars when I opened my gesso or my Mod Podge or whatever. I put a little bit of Vaseline on the neck of the jar, so it's always easy to open. Crappy glue for quick, easy projects. These come in really handy when you're organizing pictures or flipping through magazines. You don't have to lick your fingers or anything. That's just gross. Miscellaneous stuff. And over on this side, my watercolor stuff, because I don't know if you caught it, but I did a couple of watercolor videos because I'm on the upswing with the painting again. I'm jazzed to get back into watercolor, and so I put I have 2 palettes that I open up and use as one giant one for ease of storage and travel, and those fit in there just beautifully. My toilet paper wrapped in a paint rag blotter, my mini palette for smaller projects, my salt, because I never ever watercolor without my salt. Makes those beautiful little star, oh, that just makes such a neat effect in certain colors. My Mascoid liquid frisket masking fluid. It's called all kinds of things, but then some masking fluid pens. But I'm so excited to have my watercolor right here, so I can just quick pull it out and start watercoloring. So I will keep you updated on my Jelly Belly Spruce Studio cleanup. Things are already looking better in that I have done that. I have emptied that space. So sneak peek, I'm going to do, once it's all done, I will show you the new Wagmore Studio redo yet again. But this time I think it'll work because I decided. When I teach watercolor, one of my favorite projects is to what I call throw in a background. You know, just have fun with water and color and movement and tipping and tilting and effects and whatnot, and then you just set it aside. And then after a week or so, look at it and see, what do you see? Sometimes it's goldfish, sometimes it's polar bears, sometimes it's flowers in a field. It runs the gamut of different things that you can end up seeing. This is I think a perfect example of that. This is a baby wipe that I used to clean up from something that I did a lot of teal and green work with. It was just laying here on my desk, and I cannot help but see a beautiful rosebud or tulip bud stem and all, surrounded by that leaf right there. Looks like a broad tulip leaf to me. So instead of rosebud, we'll go with tulip. And so once we see that, then we go in and either watercolor it into being, or sometimes it's just a matter of a few pen strokes with some markers or black pen and ink to, of course, on this textured, it's super textured. I don't know how the pen would work on something like this, but I just think it's a fun exercise, and it's good literal exercise for your creative brain to look, kind of like cloud watching. Oh, I see a lion, and the person next to you says, well, I see a carnival, or, who knows what we see. It's just a constant exercise. Is like going for a walk every day. It builds your stamina, and it improves your lung capacity and your heart health, and all of those things just a simple go for a walk does. Looking for stuff in patterns does for your creativity. Not bad for just a couple of seconds. Not great, but not bad. I used these Artex, whatever. These, both the brush tip and the fine tip. Let me try that again. Brush tip. Just fun. Just a fun little exercise. Tear that out and use it somewhere. The stuff tears real easy. I went with that nice bright green because it's tulip is more of a spring color, and in the springtime the greens are very yellowy versus the deeper. Oh, I just cut off my little curly Q. Oh well. Kind of cool. Start stretching your imagination. Start doing creative exercises. If you want to be more creative, have some more creative play. And you don't even have to get out your toys. You can just look at something and see it differently. Ooh, that's a boost for your creativity.